Hi, I'm James Ezimoha. Welcome to Africa News, where we bring you the latest updates from across the African continent. Let's dive in. 40 farmers killed by suspected insurgents in Nigeria's northern state of Borno. Sudanese army retake Al Jazeera and other key parts of Wad Madani from RSF. Negotiations over the Chagos Islands between Mauritius and the United Kingdom advance despite critics. About 40 farmers have been killed by suspected insurgents in Nigeria's northern state of Borno. Officials say the gunmen also took some locals away. Tessem Akande has more.
The farmers, according to a statement by the state government, strayed off the security corridor established by security agencies to an area prone to attacks by terrorists. Borno State is the epicenter of an insurgency in Nigeria, which the United Nations says has led to the death of over 35,000 people and displacement of over 2 million. Several of those who are displaced are now taking refuge in camps. In August last year, about 16 people were killed in the state by suspected insurgents. In 2023, 15 rice farmers were killed and several others were abducted in the state. Locals say the insurgents usually launch attacks on communities using motorcycles, shooting sporadically and instilling fear in them. Authorities in the state have visited communities where the insurgents attacked to commiserate with families of the victims. They urge the locals against movement in locations identified to be unsafe. The state governor has also directed security agencies to ensure those who have been abducted are rescued and the suspected insurgents arrested and dealt with. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu has also repeatedly directed his security and intelligence heads to do all they can to defeat all forms of criminality in the country. Defense authorities in the country said the terrorists are getting local and foreign support and have called on the United Nations to assist in tracking them. They have promised to improve on the local manufacture of weapons in the country and ensure they eliminate the insurgents and other forms of security threats to the country. Tessem Akande for AnewZ in Jos.
Sudanese army retake Al Jazeera and other key parts of Wad Madani following an offensive against paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces. Officials announced this on Saturday.
The Sudanese army said it has reclaimed important parts of Al Jazeera, a key city, including Wad Madani, its capital, from the paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces on Saturday. The armed forces announced it has been successful in its offensive to retake Wad Madani in a statement it had earlier released, thus ending just over a year of RSF control of the city, back of allegations of atrocities and human rights violations leveled against the RSF.
We are very satisfied and surprised. The RSF militia have committed horrific violations in Al Jazeera for over a year. It's time for them to be defeated. They have no future in Sudan.
It took a long time to do it, but it happened. We were displaced for over a year and we've lost everything when RSF took over Madani. But now we can start from the beginning and return home.
Experts have hailed the event, saying that the recapture of key areas in Al Jazeera are strategic to the defeat of RSF, as it is the closest major town to Khartoum, the capital city.
This development will place a stranglehold on the RSF and besiege them on eastern Khartoum and Al Jazeera and cut the supply routes. It has short and long-term and strategic importance, which shall accelerate the retaking of the capital and minimize the conflict zones.
Sudan's humanitarian crisis continued to worsen as the recent reports published by the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification say that 24.6 million people, almost half of the population, are in danger of acute food insecurity in the region. The war has caused tens of thousands of deaths and has displaced over 9 million people in what the UN calls one of the world's largest displacement crises.
Still in Sudan, the government has introduced new bank notes. Officials say it's in a bid to boost bank deposits and block funds looted by the paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces. This decision has raised mixed reactions in the country.
Sudan's government launched a currency reform in December, compelling citizens to deposit old notes in banks to receive new £500 and £1,000 bills. Despite the protests, officials defended the currency reform, stating that it was a critical step in freezing funds looted by the paramilitary rapid support forces and ensuring financial stability.
Exchanging banknotes has various goals, one of which is making sure that the stolen money which is accumulated by some entities has no value if it enters the banking system. If they attempted to do so, we will discover them because we ask about the sources of money if there are any suspicions. As a result, it will no longer be effective after the exchange process deadline ends.
However, locals have raised concerns over the new notes. They say the new currency system has created additional hurdles, making it harder for small-scale traders to access cash and conduct business.
We work with fishermen. 3/4 of them do not have IDs nor modern smartphones to use mobile banking applications for payment solutions. We used to work with cash. All of our capital is deposited in the bank. When you need cash in the future, they won't give it to you. You might spend a whole day to get 50,000 Sudanese pounds, which is about $20.
The Rapid Support Forces now control nearly all the western region of Darfur and swathes of the center and south, while the army holds the north and east. Greater Khartoum is split between the warring sides. The Rapid Support Forces has already banned the use of the new notes in areas under its control and accused the army of a conspiracy to divide the country, reports.
Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara has indicated he may seek another term in office in the upcoming 2025 election. At 83, Ouattara, who was re-elected in 2020, says he's in good health and ready to continue serving his country. President Alassane Ouattara made this statement to the diplomatic corps last Thursday, expressing his willingness to continue serving his country. The president, re-elected for a contested third term in 2020, has previously signaled he might step down. No official nomination has been made by the ruling party ahead of the election in 2025.
I would like to say that 5 years ago, in 2020, I informed the diplomatic corps of my intention not to run again because I believed it was necessary to pass on the baton to a new generation. Today, I can tell you that I made the right decision to accept my party's proposal. As of today, I have not yet made a decision, but I can assure you that I'm in good health and willing. I am in good health and willing to continue serving my country. But as I have also said, my party has at least half a dozen candidates in this room. Once again, I want to reassure you and the entire community that this election, which will take place on October 25th, will be peaceful, democratic, and transparent.
Mauritius and Britain have reported significant progress in negotiations over the sovereignty of Chagos Islands, including the U.S.-British military base of Diego Garcia. The two countries aim to finalize a deal before Donald Trump's inauguration. The agreement, struck in October, would see Britain transfer control of the islands to Mauritius while retaining a 99-year lease on the U.S. military base on Diego Garcia. Newly elected Mauritian Prime Minister Navin Ramgoolam has criticized the deal. However, Britain maintains that the deal benefits all parties. A joint UK-Mauritius statement confirmed ongoing discussions but offered no further details on the progress or any potential changes to the deal. Ethiopia has launched its new Securities Exchange, marking a significant step in Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's economic reforms. While just one company is listed initially, officials expect more to join soon.
Ethiopia's newly launched Securities Exchange, ECX, marks a historic milestone in the country's ongoing economic reforms. The exchange, which opened on the 10th of January, debuted with the Gegen Bank listed as the first company. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed aims to attract private investment through this initiative, with plans for state-owned companies like Ethio Telecom to follow.
The capital market is something we had 50 to 60 years before, with some limitations. While it was supposed to be strengthened and moved forward, it is now something we are left behind with. That is why we should not look as if we rushed into starting it. People should not be concerned about the capital market because the government has a lot of companies that are considered some of the largest in Africa. These are properties of the people that the people will buy, sell, and transact on this platform.
Ethiopian Insurance Corporation, Ethiopian Shipping and Logistics Services Enterprise, and Bahanena Selam Printing joined Ethiopia Telecom as founding members of the exchange, although they are not yet listed.
The 16th edition of the Africa Eco Race wrapped up on Monday with a spectacular final stage on the shores of Lac Rose in Dakar. A thrilling race across Morocco, Mauritania and Senegal saw multiple winners in different categories. Italian Jacopo Ceruti secured victory in the motorbike category, finishing a mere 6:26 seconds ahead of Alessandro Botturi. In the cars category, Francis Benoit Fretin emerged as the winner, surpassing Pierre Lafay and Martin van den Broek. Dutch driver Gerrit Zumord won the trucks category. The final stage of the race was a ceremonial beach run with the overall rankings already decided the day prior.
On this last stage, I just wanted to have fun. The place is fantastic and steeped in history. Incredible. It was 2 really hard weeks of racing with lots of challenges, but we did it. I'm happy, and also for the team and everyone.
It's always pretty legendary to arrive here, plus the special was fun. There was the beach, and then we jumped over a dune. We went round the headland. It was pretty funny. It brings back so many memories. I think between Schlesser and Peter Hansel there must be 22 events won that bear the Dakar name or finish in Dakar. So putting my name on something like this makes me quite proud. Cedric and I have been racing together for 3 to 4 years, fighting to achieve something like this. We did it. We are proud of ourselves.
That's all we have for you today on Africa News. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to AnewZ.